What's up, YouTube? You're watching Cam Gaylor, and today we're doing my long-term review of my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 38. First things first, let's get a good look at it. So it has sort of this gray, I guess, rubbery grip. The back part here is polymer, and then you can see there's an ambidextrous cylinder release. Obviously the cylinder, Smith & Wesson made in the USA. This one's made in Massachusetts. It has the M&P logo and it says Bodyguard. Let's flip it around. 38 Special Plus P. It is a 5-shot ambidextrous cylinder release. The back part is going to be polymer, front part like an aluminum alloy, and then steel cylinder. So let's do the specs real quick. So I think this was introduced around 2014. I'm not sure if it originally came with just a laser or if you had both options, but mine does not have a laser. I'm sure that there are some small rolling changes throughout the years. I've had mine for, I feel like, at least over a year now. I've really shot it quite a bit. I carry it a lot of the time, not every day, but I do carry it a decent amount. It is a 38 Special. It can handle plus P. 5 shots of 38, double action only, of course, so it has a shrouded hammer inside of it. About 1.3 inches thick, so pretty thin for a revolver. Overall length is 6.6 inches, so from the very back to the front, 6.6 inches. The barrel is very short at 1.875 inches, so it's under 2 inches. Most people will say it's a 2-inch barrel, but it's a little bit shorter. The height is 4.4 inches. That's from the top to the very bottom down here. 4.4 inches, pretty small. It can definitely fit in a front pocket. I do carry it sometimes in the front pocket without a holster. I know some people may not like that, but in my opinion, if you have an empty blue jean pocket, that pocket basically serves as a holster. There's nothing else in there to get in your trigger. But sometimes I do carry it on the belt in an actual holster as well. But yeah, it has a double action trigger, so I don't feel that in danger carrying it in a front pocket. But do what you want to do. If you want to get a pocket holster, absolutely go for it. Overall weight is 14.4 ounces, so it's a very lightweight revolver. And the finish is PVD coated. I don't know what that is, but PVD, I guess that's what Smith & Wesson uses. Let's talk about the gun itself. So I have roughly 800 to 900 rounds through mine. I was just counting all the boxes of ammo I've shot through it over the last year or so, and it's around that 800 to 900 range. Never had a single issue. The only ammo it's ever had a problem with was arms core. It sometimes won't set the round off. Arms core ammo just sucks. So it's an ammo issue. It's not a gun issue at all. I've never had a misfire. The timing has been perfectly fine. Now this revolver is a bit of an odd bird, so I'm going to show you how it's made. So it has this weird little mechanism back here. Totally different than any other revolver I've seen. And I think it has to do with this ambidextrous cylinder lockup. So that is the lockup. The star that turns the cylinder also is what locks it. So it's a little different than what most people are used to, and it just goes into that there and kind of locks in. Different, but different doesn't always mean bad. Now, some people are concerned because they say the cylinder doesn't always turn. They think there's a defect. They think there's something wrong with it. Well, I'm going to tell you, this time around, I don't think it's going to turn. Let's see. Oh, it did. Okay, so watch this. If you shut the cylinder, well, I locked it up on the first try. Let's shut the cylinder, and I'm going to turn it clockwise. It shouldn't turn this time. Yeah, so now let's do it again. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise when I lock it up. It's going to turn this time. And it will do that every single time. Let's do it one more time just to prove a point. I'm going to shut it. Let's turn it clockwise. It will not turn. And it did not. From now on, it will turn every single time. So there's nothing wrong with the gun. It's just the way the gun works. On lockup, if it turns clockwise, it won't turn when you pull the trigger. Doesn't matter if it's loaded, it's still going to fire the round that's directly in the cylinder. If you happen to accidentally turn it counterclockwise, no big deal. The cylinder will turn when you pull the trigger and you'll fire the round. Either way, after that first trigger pull, it's going to turn every single time from then on. It's just the way the guns are made. Every Bodyguard 38 does this. It's no big deal. Some people have complained about that in the past. Some people have sent their guns back to Smith & Wesson, and then they are surprised when they get it back and it still does it. It's because there's nothing wrong with their gun. I do actually like the cylinder release being up here. The sights are just gutter sights, and it looks like the front sight is removable through some sort of roll pins. I've never done it, so I don't know for sure that it's removable. Maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know. Maybe that's pinned in something to do with the barrel. I don't know there. Don't take my word on the front sight thing. I've just kept it the way it comes from the factory. Obviously, you can change the grip out, but I've kept it completely stock. So for me, I mean, just to avoid making the video longer than it needs to be, I've had no issues. It shoots accurately. It's reliable. I have had no timing issues. I've never had any little pieces of lead come back. It's been a perfect revolver. I really do like it, and I would recommend it to people. I mean, looking at the other Polymer Friend revolvers, this is much, much better than the Taurus Poly Protector. I used to have one of those, and it was big. It was really big. Compared to the Ruger LCR, the LCR looks good too, but I feel like this is a little bit smaller with the grip. You could obviously put smaller grips on the LCR, but they're both sort of in that same category of being a half polymer, half metal revolver. But this thing is cheaper than an LCR. This is like a 400 and something. LCRs are like $500-600. So yeah, the LCR does come in more calibers. As far as I know, this only comes in 38 special. The Ruger LCR comes in 9mm, 38, 22, 327 Magnum, 357 Magnum. So you have more options with the LCR. But I think this is a good option. I carry it regularly. It's a thumbs up for me. If I gave it like a school letter grade, it gets an A, maybe even an A+. You know, you can't go wrong with that. If the grading system is A, B, C, D, and F, A+. You know, I really do like this gun, and I have no problems recommending to people. You know, I've got 800-ish rounds through mine. No timing issues. It's been great. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.